I'm from New Zealand. I'm here for the Prime Minister's Scholarship in Colombia. So we're here to engage with the Colombian culture through theatre and languages here.
Not have, I said be. I said be in relationship with the fish. That's what we want. That's what we want to preserve.
I'm so happy.
I was interested in coming to Colombia because I really wanted to travel some more and just connect with other people from different sides of the world. I also love theatre and performing, so that definitely brought me in, and climate change is just something that's so important right now.
Theatre, Sustainability and Climate Change is a 4-week course designed by the School of Arts and Humanities for Massey University students from New Zealand. The aim of this course is to start a dialogue between New Zealand and Colombia and to share experience about climate change, sustainability, and how our history is marked by our nature.
Talking with Colombian colleagues, we discovered that we had such a connection between New Zealand and Colombia in terms of biodiversity, both very rich biodiverse regions, both facing climate change and big impacts from climate change, but also both using theatre and art and creativity to make a difference to how people are responding to climate change.
One thing I thought was quite fascinating is the kind of how Te Reo Māori and the indigenous group in Colombia, how they coincide with each other and share a lot of similarities.
We had an introduction on how the Maori culture was so important regarding everything with climate and everything with the environment, and we also had courses of how the history of Colombia had a great importance with the climate changes and everything related also to the Colombian armed conflict.
The idea of having students here from New Zealand and having their first contact with Latin America, and so we wanted students to experience everything that the Latin America and that Colombia has to offer. For them it was their first contact with Spanish too. And we are so privileged to be here.
Learning a language has been great. The students have come in leaps and bounds.
Well, I am studying Spanish at the moment in New Zealand, and being able to practice, having to practice every day is exactly what I need.
The Bronx Distrito Creativo is a project that is trying to change spaces. The Bronx was a violent street in Colombia that we are trying to rethink and changing like the way the people who were in this space could approach to new possibilities in their life. My specific work was to connect this different part from New Zealand and with the people of La Esquina Redonda and the Bronx Distrito Creativo.
Theatre is an extremely important and unique tool in creating conversations and understanding, walking in another person's shoes.
Definitely the stories, especially from the people from the Bronx, were very touching. You know, coming from New Zealand, our history mainly is pretty calm. So some of the things they were saying were quite hard to hear, but it was very interesting to hear the experiences. They seem like they're always striving, like always have a smile on their face. So apart from the adversaries, they still strive forward, which is, yeah, it's it's inspiring.
For me as a teacher, this has been really enriching. So the theatre classes that we did with Pedro Salazar, he has come from a very different tradition than I come from in theatre. Theatre has lots of different, rivers, and we came from different ones. So the fact that I could learn from him the things that he's experienced and take back to New Zealand. So it's been like professional development for me as a teacher.
Theatre was very new for me. I've done little theatre performances in primary school, but it's not the same. It makes you very vulnerable, so it's good to experience it, and it made me a lot more confident in myself.
Frank was explaining to Tanya early treaty rights, giving indigenous communities rights to fish.
It's been short time, it's 4 weeks, but it's been a long time too, because we cover so much in terms of Colombian history, Latin American history, in terms of the wonders of Colombian music, Colombian literature, and the people, the cuisine, and experiencing Bogotá. There is a concept in Maori culture. Maori culture is the culture from New Zealand. That is manakitanga. Manakitanga is looking after each other, is respecting each other, other cultures, other people, and for a common goal, bring everyone together. We have experienced manakitanga here at Uniandes. So that love, that care, that respect, treating people with dignity, and learning from each other, listening to each other, we've experienced that here. So thank you so much to Uniandes for this wonderful experience.